This is a LEGO B1 Battle Droid. And this is a LEGO Clone Trooper. Ben nice. They're both Star Wars Army builders, but they are not created equal, and let me show you what I mean by that. Over just the past couple of years, we have gotten an entire UCS LAAT clone gunship. We've also received 2 different 501st battle packs, this being the more recent one here. We also received a clone army builder with 3 new Phase 1 clone troopers. On top of that, the entire Republic fighter tank here. And let's not forget about the minifigures, because we received multiple different 501st Legion variants, as well as 187th troopers, clone gunners, clone 212th troopers, and we finally got Commander Cody himself. Not only did we get all this, we're also rumored, and I'm pretty sure most of this is confirmed, to receive a UCS Venator, an LAAT 65th Coruscant Guard gunship, as well as a freaking Republic Swamp Speeder with Captain Vaughn and the 332nd in it. So it kind of begs the question, what did the droids get? Well, there's this droid AAT that everyone complained about because the gun was way out of proportion and it's super inaccurate to anything Star Wars. They for some reason recycled Kashyyyk droids. Oh, but the Republic fighter tank had 2 B1 battle droids in it. Oh, well there's the B2 super battle droids that we haven't seen since the 2015 Hailfire droid set. That's 8 years. Yeah, we haven't seen one of these in 8 years in a set because of hinge problems as well as the mold costing too much. I'm just saying. I recently bought almost 1,000 B1 battle droids to make a giant battle droid army, and I quickly realized that the supply of droid vehicles was next to nothing. LEGO has a serious droid problem, and they don't want to admit it. They're trying to sweep B2 battle droids under the rug so that we forget that they ever even existed. And they throw B1s in every once in a while to try and keep us appeased and build our droid army a little bit. This is the last time we saw a LEGO droid battle pack, and we've had almost 10 clone trooper battle packs by now. This was from 2007. That's 16 years ago, LEGO. So if LEGO isn't going to put droid army builders on the shelves, I'm gonna do it myself. I have purchased a ton of LEGO droid army vehicles that we are going to build today, and we are going to fix the LEGO droid problem that they are putting onto us. Later in this video, I'm gonna have a huge giveaway for all of you guys, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe with notifications on, and let's get into this thing and check out just what I've bought for us. For starters, we're definitely going to want some troop carriers for our army. After all, we want to carry around all the droids that I purchased. So this is the first ever troop carrier that we received, the Battle Droid Carrier. This sucker's all the way back from 2001. This thing's ancient. Look at this. Back then, they used to suggest alternative builds. You guys thought we were just getting our first Star Wars mechs? Well, take a look at this. The Battle Droid Army's been on it since day 1, baby. Let's crack into this thing and get building. Check it out, boys. Here she is, the first ever troop transport by the droids. Fits 7, including the pilot. And it's got a little weapons armory area here. It's cute, it's nice, but I mean, it's pretty early LEGO. Not super impressive, I will say. Also, check out all of these sets that they were advertising. Bro, don't you wish you could just go back and purchase these? I know it's not Cloud City, but still. Oh my god, I wish I could go back in time right now. But we're gonna move forward in time, in fact, and build 2 of these troop transports right here, the second iteration of these bad boys, and it's gonna get a little sleeker, a little nicer, so here it is. We have 2 of these troop carriers now. Beautiful. These things are very nostalgic for me. This is what I grew up building, these old school battle packs. We haven't had a droid battle pack in 16 years. LEGO has a problem, and they need to make one. I seriously think they should. We did have an Assassin Droids battle pack in like 2012, I want to say. It's really not the same as a true blue CIS Battle Droid Army battle pack. It also came with a stop speeder as well as a Geonosian bike. These were used lots on eBay. Originally, you would get one speeder that looked exactly like this and one stop speeder, but the second lot had a modified one as well as a Geonosian speeder, or Dooku speeder, I guess you could call it as well. Either way, now we're going to be moving even further into the future, into the last droid carrier that was released, which is this one right here with a Gungan, and this is by far the most elaborate droid carrier. It definitely looks really sick. I've never built it before, but I'm really excited to. So let's get into this thing. And here we are, folks. Spent all night building this sucker, and it is a beaut. Dude, you do not know how much I would pay to get a 2023 version of this, except there's a few things I would change. I would definitely make these into hangars, similar to the very first one where you sort of had the droids hanging off. If you could have them in hangars, that would be 10 out of 10, because right now they're just kind of these platforms that slide off like so. It's cool, I mean, it's nice, but, you know, it's not exactly awesome. This is like one of my dream sets right here. I don't know why, but droid vehicles always do it for me over clone vehicles. I love clone troopers more than I love droids, but I love droid vehicles more than I love clone vehicles. It's very strange. This puppy can fit 14 Lego droid minifigures. You could probably shove a couple more on the sides there, but it would start looking pretty cluttered. But that's pretty decent, and that is the highest number compared to the OG version right here, which is only 7, and the Battle Pack version right here, which is also maxing out at 7. So this sucker definitely takes the cake. But of course, we need some armor to go ahead and cover this thing when it's out fighting, because this doesn't really have any weapons attached to it. That's where the snail tanks come in, baby. I have every version of the snail tank that Lego has ever made. And here we have them all lined up, ready to protect our big transports right here and my sparkling water. We have the OG one that came out with Attack on the Wookiees. This puppy is pretty cool, pretty retro looking. I really dig this design. Lego doesn't make them like this anymore at all. They go for more realism, but I just love the way this looks and how it's just really its own thing. Then we've got the one from the Battle of Christophsis from the Clone Wars movie right here. This one has more detailing on its side plate right there. It's also got the yellow eyes there, and it's a bit more simple. This came with clone troopers with jetpacks, which was really sick. And I think all around this is a very, very solid set here. It's just smaller than the rest of them, and it's not the best. The best would be this one right here, which weirdly enough was from a different planet. This is from the Attack on Geonosis, which doesn't really make any sense. I don't remember there being any snail tanks on Geonosis, but the set came with Jango Fett and was sort of like themed over Geonosis. It's really bizarre, but strangely enough, that one has the most realistic looking snail tank out of the 3 of them. This one is more formed after the Battle of Kashyyyk, more so than this one over here, and it's my favorite one. It's a perfect length. It also looks great. Fantastic, 10 out of 10. So we got 3 of these puppies to defend the army right here. Then we wouldn't have a droid army without an AAT tank, and this is by far my favorite AAT tank that Lego has ever made. Unlike the new one, which is just way too long of a barrel and just looks kind of goofy, this one is near flawless. We've got a front hatch right here where you can go ahead and toss some droid gunners, and of course we've got a top hatch right here for the commander to look out of. This is of course themed after the Battle of Naboo, but I just think it's a great representation of an AAT, and I just knew I had to have one for the army. If you buy this without any minifigures and on eBay, incomplete, and on eBay with all the parts but minifigures and no instructions, it's about 20 bucks. It's very affordable actually. So now we have our big vehicles to protect the little vehicles, but we need one more vehicle to make it all worthwhile, and that is going to be this puppy right here, Star Wars Episode 1 Trade Federation Ion MTT. I wanted to get the 2008 version, however it was a lot more expensive because that is one of the greatest sets of all time, and I wanted to use some of this video's budget on other vehicles obviously. I didn't want to blow it all on this one, so I got the older version right here. This one is from the year 2000, so it is 23 years old, and it is supposedly complete in box right here, and apparently back in the day, you could purchase this for just 50 bucks. But now these things sealed, they go for hundreds of dollars. This one's not sealed, but it should be complete. Let's rip it open. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. There's all the pieces, and then here's the instruction booklet. And at the very back of this thing, yep, there it is. They've got the old school comic book art. Yeah. They do not make things like they used to with Lego. Look at all this. Not only that, they also have those alternative builds that we were talking about before, and the comic book even incorporates the alternative builds here. Isn't that freaking sick, dude? Oh, you just got so much stuff when it came to OG Lego Star Wars. Not to mention, you actually got droid vehicles. Bruh, we need to start a hashtag. Hashtag Droid Battle Pack. We need it. Hashtag Droid Battle Pack, boys. We need them to recreate a Droid Battle Pack for us because this is unacceptable. These are throughout the ages. They've done amazing things, but they haven't done one in years. Okay, I've settled down. My heart rate has gone down. Let's build this thing. No, yeah, that's right. We just got ourselves the MTT all finished here. Let me tell you, this thing is a beaut. It's certainly not the 2008 model. This one is definitely a little bit clunkier. I mean, these things wiggle around and break all the time. It is not stable at all. Like, this thing is very, if you pick it up, you can feel the components inside jiggling and wiggling. Not to mention, like, come on. Green showing on the outside, all these different textures and layers and things like that. Exposed studs when they could have done more flat pieces. I don't know. It's pretty primitive, but then again, this was from 23 years ago. So you can't really complain all that much. But what is cool is you can actually break it apart. First of all, you've got these side shafts here that actually have little blasters inside of them, so the droids inside can shoot out. That's kind of cool. This one black piece right here is pivotal because it keeps everything together. Yeah, look at that. It just dices apart. And you just pull it, and bada bing, you can check out the interior of this sucker. You've got little command stations here, and you can probably fit another like 16 or so droids in this back bay here, which is kind of cool. You got a lot of room to fit things. And of course, this will lift from the back as well, so you don't have to break the whole thing apart to get into the back bay. This part is wicked cool on the front. These lower here, oh god, evidently they don't lower very easily, but there we go. Yep, they do in fact lower, and you can see the interior rack here. So there's droids and weaponry in there, and then there's also the command droid up top. And then of course you've got the front here, and you can lift this up and then slide out the droids on the interior. Again, not as good as the 2008 version where you had this massive rack that would come out of this massive MTT. Pretty much the pinnacle of Droid Army building back then and now, because we haven't had anything better since. Cough, cough, Lego. But this is still pretty freaking awesome. And I definitely want to do a Battle of Naboo mock in the future, so this thing will be coming in handy for that. Now, let's put together our full Droid Army tank division. And here's the army, boys. I do want to expand this more in the future. I definitely do want to get that 2008 MTT at some point. I'd love to get a couple more of these droid carriers. I think I'm good on snail tanks, to be completely honest. They're not my favorite, but more droid battle packs. And that's the thesis of this whole video, is the fact that we have not gotten super battle droids or a true droid battle pack in years, decades even, for the droid battle pack. I just think that this is unacceptable. The clones, of course, I love, and I'm glad that they show so much appreciation for the clones, and they're really starting to understand that that's what a lot of people in this hobby want to purchase. But we also need droid representation. We need droid battle packs. We need droid army builders and vehicles that are actually good. In the past, they have clearly gotten it right, and they've managed to do a lot of very cool things, this probably being my favorite. But now the well has dried up, and they have just neglected the droid army. So that's why I think we need to do hashtag droid battle pack. Spread the word in the comments section, spread the word across the community, use the hashtag, and let's get a droid battle pack trending, because it's about dang time that we get another droid battle pack and we can continue to build our droid army with both super battle droids and standard B1 battle droids at the same time. As a giveaway for this video, I am going to be giving out one of these AATs, the only separatist tank we've had in a long time. All you gotta do is comment down below hashtag droid battle pack and what you think you would want to see in a droid battle pack. Also, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe with notifications on to enter in to win the giveaway. It'll be announced in next week's description. As always, huge shout out to the channel members. Thank you so much to John for becoming a channel member and one Matthew for rejoining 3 days ago for the 3rd month straight. I really appreciate you guys. It helps me make these videos. If you guys want to become a channel member, get a shout out in every video plus 10% off my Lego store, DaleyBricks.com. All you have to do is click that join button in the description below. Thank you all again for watching. Sorry that this video was a little bit delayed, but the next one should be a lot quicker. Appreciate y'all. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.